Miss Denise, and I'm here at the Carnegie Free Library of Beaver Falls, and I'm reading to you today. And we have a great story by the author Max Lucado, and the title of this book is called You Are Special. And I decided to read this because I want you to know that you are special. So let's start with our book. This is dedicated to the children everywhere. The Wimmicks were small wooden people. All of the wooden people were carved by a woodworker, and his name was Eli. His workshop sat on a hill, a very big hill overlooking the village. Each Wimmick was different. Some had big noses, others had big eyes, some were tall and some were short. Some wore hats and others wore coats, but all were made by the same carver and all lived in the village. And all day, every day, the Wimmicks did the same thing. They gave each other stickers. Each Wimmick had a box of gold star stickers. Each Wimmick had a box of golden star stickers and a box of gray dot stickers. Up and down the streets, all over the city, people spent their day sticking stars or dots on one another. The pretty ones were the perfect ones. Those with smooth wood and fine paint always got gold stars. But if the wood was rough and wasn't so perfect, or the paint was chipped, the Wimmicks gave gray dots. The talented ones got stars too. Some could lift big sticks high above their heads or jump over tall boxes. Still, others knew big words or could sing pretty songs. Everyone gave them stars. Gold stars everywhere. Some Wimmicks had stars all over them. Look at the pictures here of everybody having a star all over them. Every time they got a star, it made them feel good. It's good to feel good, right? It made them want to do something else and get another star. Others thought they could do little, and they got dots. Punchinello was one of these. He tried to jump high like the others, but he always fell. And when he fell, the others would gather around and give him dots. And this would be Punchinello with his little dots right there. Sometimes when he fell, his wood got scratched, so the people would give him more dots. And then he would try to explain why he fell. He would say something silly, and they would laugh, and they would give him more dots. And after a while, he had so many dots that he didn't want to go outside. He was afraid that he would do something dumb, such as forget his hat or step in the water. And then people would give him another dot. Poor Punchinello. He had so many gray dots that some people would come up and give him one for no reason at all. He deserves a lot of dots, the wooden people would agree with one another. He's not a good wooden person. After a while, Punchinello believed them. I'm not a good Wimmick, he would say. The few times he did go outside, he hung around other Wimmicks who had a lot of dots. He felt better around them. He looks pretty sad, doesn't he? With all the dots that he has. One day he met a Wemmick who was unlike any other Wemmick that he had ever met. She had no dots or no stars. She was just wooden. Her name was Lucia. It wasn't that people didn't try to give her stickers. It's just that the stickers didn't stick. Some of the Wemmicks admired Lucia for having no dots, so they would run up and give her a star, but it would just fall off. Others would look down on her for having no stars, so they would try and give her a dot, but that wouldn't stick either. Look at her, she has no dots, no stars. That's the way I want to be, thought Punchinello. I don't want anyone's dots. So he asked the stickerless Wemmick how she did it. Well, it's easy, Lucia replied. Every day I go see Eli. Eli? Well, yes, Eli, the wood carver. I sit in the workshop with him. Why? Asked Punchinello. Why don't you find out for yourself, said Lucia. Go up the hill, he's up there. And with that, the Wemmick who had no stickers turned and skipped away. But will he want to see me? Punchinello cried out. Lucia didn't hear him. So Punchinello went home, and he sat near a window, and he watched the wooden people as they scurried around. They gave each other dots and stars. It's not right, thought Punchinello, and he decided to go see Eli. He walked up the narrow path to the top of the hill, and he stepped into the big shop. His wooden eyes widened at the size of everything. The stool was as tall as he was. He had to stretch on his tippy toes to see the top of the workbench. A hammer was as long as his arm. Punchinello swallowed hard. I'm not staying here, and he turned to leave. Then he heard his name. Punchinello? The voice was deep and strong, and Punchinello stopped. Punchinello? How good to see you. Come here and let me have a good look at you. Punchinello turned very slowly, and he looked at the large bearded craftsman. You know my name? Asked the little Wemmick. Of course I do. I made you. Eli stepped down and picked himself up and set him on the bench. The maker spoke thoughtfully as he looked at all of the gray dots. Looks like you've been given some bad marks. I didn't mean to, Eli. I really didn't. I tried hard. Oh, you don't have to defend yourself from me, child. I don't care what the other Wemmicks think. You don't? Asked Punchinello. No, and neither should you, said Eli. Who are they to give you stars or dots? They're just Wemmicks just like you, and what they think just doesn't matter, Punchinello. All that matters is what I think, and I think you're pretty special. Punchinello laughed. Me? Special? Why? I can't walk fast, I can't jump, my paint is peeling, I'm not perfect. Why do I matter to you? Eli looked down at Punchinello, and he put his hands on his small wooden shoulders and spoke very slowly. Because you are mine. That's why you matter to me. Punchinello had never had anyone look at him like this, much less his maker. He didn't know what to say. Every day I've been hoping you'd come, Eli explained. Well, I came because I met someone who had no marks, said Punchinello. I know, She told me all about you. Why don't the stickers stay on her? Asked Punchinello. And the maker spoke softly. Her stickers don't stick because she has decided that what I think is more important than what they think. The stickers only stick if you let them. What? Asked Punchinello. The stickers only stick if they matter to you. The more you trust my love, the less you can care about the stickers. I'm not sure I understand, said Punchinello. Well, Eli smiled. You will, but it takes time. You've got a lot of marks. For now, just come to see me every day. And let me remind you how much I care. Eli lifted Punchinello off the bench and set him on the ground. Remember, said Eli, you are special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes. Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart he thought, I think he really means it. And when he did, a dot fell to the ground. And in the end, he had no dots. Because you are special. The end. And I hope you enjoyed it. And come to the library to visit, and we'll read more and more and more. Bye.